So today we're going to talk about keywords and AdWords and how this can help you build your online presence effectively. Fundamentally, telling your story online is all about owning phrases. In conventional branding, we own it in the customer's mind. Online, we need to own it in Google's mind as well. And whatever the phrase that you want to own has got to sort of encapsulate what's memorable about you, your products, and how you operate. You see, the web is a word-orientated environment, and it will be words that drive traffic to your site. So you have to know which the right words are so that you can put them in the right places. In anchor text on links, that's the name of that's what we call the text that sits on the link. And these can be seated on your sites, or they can be on other people's. Paid search can be quite important if your business model supports it. This is in fact what Google AdWords is all about. You basically bet money on a particular word, and if that word comes up, you have an ad which hopefully will drive traffic to your site if people click on it. And you have organic search, in which people type a phrase, which hopefully is the one that you've decided you want to own, into the website, into the search engine box itself, and then hopefully they'll be enticed to land on your site because you've got an attractive page description which is high enough up the page. And finally, people's memories are important, because if they remember the name of your site, like howtodobusiness.com, they might just type it in. Also, you can put them on tags. Tags are just labels which you can put on rich media, on YouTube videos for example, or on photographs. Now there's a process for systematically getting right the words that you're going to use, which we're going to tell you in outline, and this actually consists of a great chunk of both our 12 hours program but also the more detailed punch above your weight program. The process is fundamentally, you have to brainstorm the keywords which you think people will use, and then you test them. And the way to do this is to use AdWords. Basically, you set out all the things that you can think of, and you just run a test and see which ones win. And once you know the ones that are winning, then you can use them on your pages, in tags, and on the links, as we've already said. And as well as having other people's sites, you can create new places of your own, which is a sort of key idea of ours, that effectively, if you control your own environments, you can link within reason to your own areas and build a online presence, so to help you own that phrase both in the customer's mind and in Google's mind. You see, people are very often very nervous about paid search. They think it's going to cost them a lot of money, but this isn't really true. You can cap it at £3 a day, which means in a month you'll spend £100, and for that £100 it's a really cheap way of getting really good market research data as to how your customers think. You can test all the time which ads pull. You run 2 ads in parallel and you see which ones work. I've just run a project in which I was interested in sort of selling scientific applications for gardening, and we know that actually science isn't a very sexy word in that space, and if you run an ad where you swap the word nature for the word science, then you find the ad with the word nature in it pulls twice as well as the one with science in it. So that's a pretty good indication of the direction you should be steering your campaign. So you can test which words pull and which keywords work, whether you're looking for sort of plant nutrients or whether you're looking for phosphate. And the beauty of it is that it'll improve your copywriting skills. In Google, it's even tighter than it is in Twitter. You have 95 characters to tell your story, a headline of 25 characters and 2 sentences of 35 characters. So if nothing else, it will sharpen up your copywriting skills. And above all, as a marketer, I should tell you that you just have to measure what works. Measure the impressions, measure the clicks, and the click-through rate of the ratio between the two. Measure how well your site converts, how well do the pages that people land on actually give you the result that you want. And once you've established which words work the best, then use them on your site. Put them in the title tag of the page. It's very important to do that, and have a different one for each page. Put it in the headline tags on the pages, H1 and H2, big headlines, little headlines, because Google takes notice of those. Put it in the page description. Have a good page description which tells you what the page is about. That's what comes up in the organic search, and if your page description is good sales copy, then it may just sway the person who's searching to click on your link rather than the one above it or below it. And you must have every page different. You would be surprised at how few site designers seem to take this on board. You see pages which have all the page titles the same, or there are no page titles, or they're called home or something that nobody would ever search for in a million years. You see headlines in graphics which Google just ignores, and you see pages without page descriptions. If you have no page description, then Google will just take what it can find. Usually this is the first sentence of the first paragraph, and that might not be what you want to convince people to buy what you have to sell. So that's a very quick overview of what's involved. We go into this in much more detail in both the 12 hours program and the Punch Above Your Weight program, so you know where you can come. Thank you.